It's an interesting shot. You got an iron, you got a shirt. Is that male or female? Doesn't matter, but it might be female. And you see the furniture, and you see the tree. And then you look inside, and there's some kind of fairy tale princess. Here, let's zoom in on it. Hey. Oh, sorry, you can't zoom on a selfie. That's it. The reason we see that is because of the mirror, Banyak. Well, for the record, the Saskatchewan Jazz Festival has concerns about ticket sales right now. Just change the background. Now we're in the jungle. We are in the jungle. And I think that if I take the busking bug, which is this thing right here, yeah, and notice how I got the roof standing vertical? Well, we got lights shining in there, and you see the piano, and people are very impressed by it, but unfortunately they're not paying me any more than they did before, if not less. So, but I see this busking bug promoting the jazz festival because ticket sales are down. And also at the same time, while I'm promoting it, I'm also promoting the crowdfunder that is all about the movie, about what happened here in 1994. One of the biggest tourist attractions on earth, but they hushed it up and said, no, we don't need any more Sasquatches coming in. Look what happened the last time. We had to change the name to Sasquatch from Sasquatch. Used a Q. Yes. That's what happened. We lost the Sasquatch. So I want to bring back the Sasquatch. Saskatchewan owns Sasquatch. That's S-A-S-K, Sasquatch. And we own really big stories, and nobody wants to talk about it because everybody's so embarrassed. Well, it's a dandy. It's so bad that I find it hard telling you that Saddam Hussein came to Saskatoon. And why here? Because it's the most remote area he could find with all the facilities he needs, including fiber optics. Man's very well connected back in those days. Anyway, he, along with other country leaders, which we're going to find out who was there, had this grand bet that they had to participate in order to satisfy Grand Poobah, whoever that is. And after we find out that there's like official spy agency with an office in Toontown, we also find just 30 kilometers north of Toontown is Petrovka. And Petrovka in Russian means wormhole. And the way you go into the wormhole is you have to go in straight, as if you don't know anything else but a bungee jump. And at the last minute, they ask you, did you want to go to the, did you want a bungee jump, or did you want to go into the wormhole? And at that point, you decide. No other terms. It's a last minute thing. It's the last thing they ask you before they release you. Now, if you decide to take the wormhole, the bungee cord lets go of you when you touch the water. Normally you would bounce back up after you touch the water with the bungee cord that's attached to the bridge that's crossing the river. Yes, the North Saskatchewan River. Or is it the South? Probably the South. Doesn't matter. There's Saskatchewan rivers, and they're clean, and they're wild, and they're beautiful, and they're green, and they're blue. And I've had this cough for 2 weeks. I can't get rid of it. Anyway, and it'll be good for Saskatchewan. I think Saskatchewan main industry will become tourism. We're going to become the solar capital of Canada. We'll start there. Okay? Let's not be too hasty here. The solar capital of Canada. We'll go for the rest later. Solar capital of Canada. Right here. Saskatoon. Oop, can't say that. Saskatchewan, right here in Saskatchewan. That's right. We'll argue about who the hub in the province is. We have that same problem going on with the Rough Rider football team because we share the same team. And they're not the Regina Rough Riders, and they're not the Saskatoon Rough Riders. They're the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. That's right, which means we got to share them. Jazz Fest 2015 2015 June 24th to July 5th? Close enough. Buy tickets. We got to get those butts in the seats. Sorry about the no children allowed at the garden. Yeah, no children were allowed because I guess alcohol, eh? They don't want kids and alcohol in the same piece of grass. Yeah, people would rather drag their kids to that than to have to pay a babysitter $10 an hour. Think about it.